Okay, today we are going to start with the yearly past paper, May-June 2013, and it's paper 2 core, biology code 0610, variant 21. So the first question is, the term eating and breathing are often wrongly stated as characteristics of living organism. Eating is often confused with nutrition. Define the term nutrition. Okay, the answer is nutrition is the intake of nutrients. Nutrition is the intake of nutrients or organic substances and mineral ions that are responsible for providing energy to the body. Okay, breathing is often confused with respiration. Define the term respiration. Respiration is the chemical process in which breakdown of glucose in the presence or absence to obtain energy, that is ATP. Okay, now another question related to the topic drugs. Question number 2A, table 2.1 shows the effect of alcohol and heroin. Complete table 2.1 by writing yes or no in each of the boxes. One box has been completed for you. Effect alcohol, heroin. Addiction, yes. हेरोइन से भी होती है, yes. अच्छा, depressant, yes, alcohol is a depressant and heroin is also a depressant. Can cause liver damage when used in excess, yes, definitely. Tobacco smoke contains harmful chemicals. State one effect of the following chemical in tobacco smoke: carbon monoxide. As we know that carbon monoxide when combines with hemoglobin, hemoglobin it will form carboxyhemoglobin. Carboxyhemoglobin is a permanent compound and cannot be detached from hemoglobin. So after combining with the hemoglobin, that RBC hemoglobin compounds become useless to take the oxygen. That means कि वो फिर completely bound हो जाते हैं कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड के साथ. So it will cause the depletion of oxygen inside the body because the hemoglobins are engaged totally with the carbon monoxide and they cannot be able to carry out the oxygen to different parts of the body from the lungs. Okay, so carbon monoxide reduces the supply of hemoglobin sorry reduces the supply of oxygen through the hemoglobin oxygen through the hemoglobin in the body. Okay, another harmful factor that is present in the smoking or component which is present in the smoking or smoke is the nicotine causes addiction and it damages alveoli and cilia of trachea. Apart from this, it may increases blood pressure. Another thing is the tar can cause lungs cancer, destroy alveoli and mucosal glands and cilia of the trachea. It can also cause bronchitis. Okay, question number 3A is related to the digestive system or the nutrition in mammals. Figure 3.1 shows the digestive system, and there are some labeled parts given in the digestive system. I'm going to label that all of them. This one is the esophagus. This one is the glottis, epiglottis. And this one is the stomach, gallbladder. H is the liver, sorry, G is the liver, H is the gallbladder, C is the pancreas, D is the large intestine, E, and E is the anus, F is the small intestine, use the letter from figure 3.1 to identify one place where each process occurs. Amylase is secreted letter C, and lipase is secreted letter इसमें है C, pancreas area, और इसके अलावा प्रोटीएज इज सिक्रेटेड लेटर डेफिनेटली स्टमक है, तो स्टमक का जो है वो बी, और साथ में पेनक्रियास से भी सिक्रेट होता है तो सी बी. ओके, अच्छा, अप टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट हम एफ भी लिख सकते हैं क्योंकि स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में इंटेस्टाइनल ग्लैंड्स होते हैं, बट एफ इज नॉट प्रेफरेबल बिकॉज जो उन्होंने लेबलिंग एफ की दी है वो बिल्कुल जिसे कहते हैं ना कि इलियम के पोर्शन के लिए जहाँ पे कोई एंजाइमेटिक सिक्रीशन प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो रही होती है, अपर पोर्शन जो होता है स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन का, ड्यूडेनम का, वहाँ पे एक्चुअली जो है इंटेस्टाइनल ग्लैंड ज्यादा एक्टिव होते हैं. अच्छा, बाइल इज फॉर्म लेटर इट्स जी, क्योंकि वहाँ पे गॉल ब्लैडर है वो, और हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड इज रिलीज्ड बाय लेटर बी दैट इज स्टमक. हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड जो है वो स्टमक के अलावा और कहीं से भी रिलीज नहीं होता. Okay, now another question is enzymes are involved in chemical digestion. Describe the function of enzyme lipase. Enzymes are the biological catalyst that speed up the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. Lipase is the enzyme that acts on fats, oils, and convert them into fatty acid and cholesterol. Okay, now this question is also from the nutrition in mammals. See, the teeth are involved in physical digestion or mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion, ठीक है. अच्छा, अब ये पूछते हैं कि figure 3.2 shows a section through a tooth. ठीक है, R, S and T. Name the mineral that is required for the development of healthy teeth. Calcium. Okay. Name the part labeled R, S and T as shown in figure 3.2. R is the enamel, S is the dentine, soft bone, and or in case what can I say, a bony structure, and T is the pulp or cavity where blood capillaries are present. Okay, another question is describe how dental decay is caused. Sugars or starch that deposited on the tooth surface is digested by anaerobic bacteria which in result gives lactic acid. The lactic acid over the surface of tooth enamel dissolves the enamel and causes cavities. This will exposes the pulp, which is sensitive and inflammation is caused. अच्छा, इसमें जो है लाइंस का जो इशू है वो ये है कि चूंकि ये पिक्टोरियल वे में पेपर जो है हमें नजर आ रहा है, तो इस वजह से लाइंस जो है वो इतनी ज्यादा बड़ी नजर नहीं आ रही है और स्पेस इतनी ज्यादा नजर नहीं आ रही है। अदरवाइज जब वो पेपर फिजिकल हार्ड कॉपी पे आपके सामने होगा तो उसमें जो है इतनी लाइंस के अंदर ये सारी बात जो है बहुत आराम से जिसे कहा जाए कि लिखी जा सकती है। Okay, another question is related to the reproduction in flowering plants. Question number 4, figure 4.1 shows the section through the insect pollinated flower. These are the parts. A is the name the part label A, B, C, D as shown in figure 4.1. A is the petal, B is the anthers, and C is the sepal, D is the ovary, ovary और कार्पेट, दोनों चीजें करेक्ट है। Okay, define the term pollination. The transfer of male gametes that is pollen grain from the anthers to the stigma, female reproductive part, is called the pollination. Now the question is, pollination can be carried out by insect or by bird. Describe 4 features of flower that would show they are insect pollinated. Number 1, insect pollinated flowers are scented. Their petals are broad and colorful. Stamens and carpels are protected by roll of flower, and they have sticky pollen grains. And another is the broad and colorful दोनों साथ लिखती है. So these are the 4 major points which insect pollinated flower have. 4 qualities, major qualities. Another question is that wind pollinated flower produces much more pollen grains than insect pollinated flower. These pollen grains are usually lighter than pollen from insect pollinated flower. Suggest why these are advantages to a plant that is wind pollinated. More pollen, that means कि wind pollinated जो flowers होते हैं उनसे जो pollen grains produce हो होते हैं वो light weighted होते हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर में होते हैं, तो उसका advantage बतानी है हमने. That means कि अगर more pollen grains are produced by the wind pollinated flower, तो उसका सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट ये है कि pollen grains जो होते हैं वो क्योंकि विंड के जरिए डिस्पर्स हो रहे होते हैं, उसमें वेक्टर जो होता है वो कोई डिफाइंड टारगेट स्पेसिफिक एरिया के ऊपर या फ्लावर के ऊपर जाकर हिट नहीं कर रहा होता. वो हवा जो होती है वो तो ओवरऑल जिसे कहते हैं कि चल रही होती है, तो जहाँ पर भी पोलन ग्रेन होगा वो उधर की तरफ मूव कर जाएगा. तो अगर ज्यादा नंबर में पोलन ग्रेन होंगे तो वो ज्यादा चांसेस होंगे पॉलिनेशन के और ज्यादा चांसेस होंगे स्पेसिफिक फ्लावर तक पहुंचने के. So the first reason or advantage for more pollen is that the pollen grains spread everywhere and more chances of pollination. And light pollen, that means lightweight pollen grains carried far distance from the originated point or related flowers. Now, this question is taken from ecology and ecosystem. Explain the term carnivore. Carnivore. Carnivore is an animal that feed on other animals to fulfill their basic requirements. Achha, now another question is figure 6.1 shows a food chain. Oak tree, insect, oak tree को insect consume कर रहे हैं, फिर insects को जो है insect eating birds जो है वो consume कर रही हैं और फिर birds को hawk consume कर रहे हैं. Name the herbivore from the food chain shown. It's insects. अच्छा, draw a label a pyramid of biomass for the food chain, for this food chain इस तरह. तो डेफिनेटली ओक ट्री जो है उसका मास सबसे ज्यादा होगा, तो उसका जो भार है वो सबसे बड़ा बनेगा ओक ट्री. ठीक है, फिर उसके बाद इंसेक्ट्स जो होंगे उनका, क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा होंगे, लातादाद होते हैं, और बर्ड्स जो हैं वो इनके मुकाबले में कम होंगी, तो मास भी कम होगा, और हॉक तो बहुत ही कम होंगे. Okay, the food chain shows in figure 6.1 starts with an oak tree. Name and describe the method of nutrition of the oak tree. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Okay. अच्छा, फिर इसके बाद description. Oak tree do photosynthesis by using carbon dioxide and water from the atmosphere and starch / glucose to maintain its food requirement and also for other living beings. It also gives oxygen as byproduct for the use of other Okay. Question 7. Explain the term allele and gene. Allele is the alternative form of gene or a pair of gene that express similar character is called an allele. Gene. The three pair nitrogenous bases combines express single character and that is called gene. Okay, PTC is a bitter tasting chemical that some human can taste while other cannot. This is controlled by a single gene with a pair of alleles. Okay, so PTC is the dominant gene. In figure 7.1 shows the inheritance of the ability to taste bitterness PTC in a family. Both the parents do not show any recessive characteristics. That is, they cannot taste PTC. Okay, that they cannot taste the bitterness. They can taste the bitterness when the children when the children were formed. The fifth number child or fifth number boy um, cannot taste bitterness. ठीक है, उसको जो है ना कड़वाहट महसूस नहीं होती, उसके पास जीन आ गई, बाकी सारे बच्चे जो हैं उनके पास नॉर्मल जीन होते हैं. ओके, allele for tasting PTC is dominant to the allele for not tasting PTC. ठीक है, state evidence shows in figure 7.1 that supports this fact. Both the parents 1 and 2 are heterozygous. Definitely heterozygous होंगे तभी जो है उनके पास एक ही जीन अगर जैसे कहा जाए कि बिटर टेस्टिंग की आ गई तो वो डोमिनेंट हो जाएगी और वो टेस्ट बिटर टेस्ट जो है वो एक्सपीरियंस कर लेंगे, तो वो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे थे. लेकिन ये heterozygous dominant for PTC, so when segregation of gene takes place during the gametes formation, one male child, that is fifth child, receives the homozygous recessive gene. So that child cannot taste bitterness in the food. Okay, मतलब उसके पास कुछ bitterness taste करने की जो जीन है वो आएगी नहीं और वो recessive character जो है उसके पास आ जाएगा because of the both the parents are heterozygous. That's why this combination is formed and one child do not get the gene for the for tasting the bitterness. अच्छा, अब एक ही क्वेश्चन है कि यूज द सिंबल capital T for the dominant allele and small t for the recessive allele to state the genotype for individual 2 and 5. Individual 2 and 5. अब जरा देख लेते हैं. As we know that number 2 is the parent. So we already know that both the parent are heterozygous. That is capital T, heterozygous dominant, capital T and small t. So the 2 is also capital T and small t, and fifth one is the small t and small t because it has got the recessive homozygous recessive homozygous gene. That's why he cannot taste the bitterness. Okay. तो इसको हम लिखते हैं जहाँ पे रिक्वायर्ड है वहां जाते हैं. Capital T, small t, and individual fifth, that is the boy, small t and small t. Another question is figure 8a. Question 8a, figure 8.1 shows the diagram of the human circulatory system. Okay, अब इसमें different parts दिए हुए हैं. ये heart है, तो heart से निकलती हुई जो होगी that is definitely left side से aorta. Okay, and whereas G is the vital vein. Okay, and H is the यहाँ से निकल रही है और लंग्स से जा रही है तो डेफिनेटली इट्स पल्मोनरी आर्टरी. पल्मोनरी आर्टरी जो है नीचे तो यहाँ पे चेक करते हैं. ओके, state two ways in which the blood entering leg muscles differs from the blood leaving the leg muscles. When it's entered, more oxygenated, and when leaving, more concentrated carbon dioxide. Another thing is that when entered, more glucose, leaves less glucose, more uric acid. Another one is the when entered, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Okay, humans have a double circulatory system. Explain the advantage of human having a double circulation. It allows lower blood pressure for the circulation in the lungs. पहला पॉइंट तो ये हो गया. Lower blood pressure in circulation lungs. ठीक है, एक पॉइंट तो ये हो गया. दूसरा पॉइंट ये भी हो सकता है कि less likely to damage soft and sensitive tissues. Sensitive tissues. एक और पॉइंट ये भी हो सकता है कि provides high blood pressure for circulation of blood to all parts of the body. And another point is that allows only to pass oxygenated blood to the body after purification. Okay. Okay. Define the term excretion. Excretion is the removal of metabolic waste in the form of urea, uric acid, and carbon dioxide. Name two human excretory organs. Identify two substances that each organ excrete. Number one is the lungs organ. Substance excreted carbon dioxide and water. Another one is the, let's choose kidney, say kidney, okay. And the secretory products are urea, uric acid, mineral salts.